Well guys, it looks like we are getting a 3-pack of classic 3D Mario games coming to the Nintendo Switch, being Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, with a whole bunch of other things leaked as well. Well, we are going to slowly go by each leak in each game and talk about exactly what we need from it on the Nintendo Switch and what changes we can expect to see from each game. And today we are talking about Super Mario 64 and what changes need to be put in place so that this game could be just as fun as we played it many years ago. Super Mario 64 is known for being incredibly simple. It's a 3D platformer and that's it. There's no crazy power-ups, there's no capture abilities, and there's nothing really changing with Mario's overall moveset. He has a basic moveset from beginning to end. No advancements are given to him and no type of power-ups to give him any power that we've seen in many Mario games before it. So what do we expect from Super Mario 64? Well, why was it so good? Because it was just that simple. It gave Mario a basic moveset and told him to go around in these many different worlds and collect power stars, and that's something that they need to make sure comes back if there's an HD remake. Now, talking about Super Mario 64 here, I'm expecting to see just that, an HD remake, not just a slap port on the Switch. Hopefully we get brand new graphics and everything, but I'm going to talk about exactly what we need to see. First off, Mario 64 needs a better camera. I mean, it's not the worst camera, like Sunshine, my favorite game, but I'm sorry, I had to throw him under the bus for a second. But the camera is not the greatest either. It's kind of laggy a lot of the times and gets stuck in the background and the foreground and the mountains and the ground and the water and the dirt. I mean, it gets stuck. That's what it does. The whole theme of the camera is that Lakitu is following Mario behind him, and he's kind of the camera. You can even see him when you go into the room with the mirrors, and he's just floating behind Mario. They need to completely scrap that, or if they do have that, just fix the camera. Use Super Mario Odyssey as a base, as that camera was very good, and it pretty much followed the right stick. Wherever you moved it, that's where the camera moved around Mario, and there really wasn't any glitching and lagging with it. There was no snapback of the camera or collision with objects in the background. Add bonus areas from the DS game, but please don't add the characters. This is Mario 64, not Mario, Yoshi, Wario, and Luigi 64. I don't want any of them, just Mario. And some of those stages weren't anything to change the game. They were just small little island stages where you can collect some silver stars for a power star. And there was actually one that was a brand new area. It was kind of like a toxic forest. And in fact, there was a whole new boss added to the game as well with the Goomba King. So maybe they could add some new areas or even bring back those DS ones, but please just leave out the other characters. This is for Mario. Now, I don't want this game being a slap port onto the Switch, and I also don't want it to have minor upgrade changes. I want this to completely be a brand new HD remake of Super Mario 64, built from the ground up. I want this to feel like a brand new remake of the game, not just a port. And that's something that's very important to me because I think lots of people for a long time now have been waiting to see what this game would look like in today's graphic engine, and I just cannot wait to see what that could be. We've seen some examples from people and YouTubers online, so here's some examples that I found. Might I also add, brand new remix music is almost a must. I would absolutely go crazy to hear a brand new orchestrated soundtrack of Super Mario 64, or just remade music. Give it a little bit of a funk remix like they did in Super Mario Galaxy 2, Throwback Galaxy, and man, they could really put on a show for their audience. Now, I know they want to keep this game as close to its roots as possible because it is Mario's 35th anniversary. We're just simply looking back at what he has done, and they don't want to change it up too much, but the bosses are at least one thing that they need to change. They're incredibly easy, and they really wouldn't stand the test of time as in today's standards. I mean, King Bob-Omb, you just pick him up and toss him on the ground. King Thwomp, you just butt bounce on his back. I mean, there's really no development with the bosses, and I think they need to improve them a little bit. That's all I'm really saying with that, and they don't need to go anything crazy. Just add some steps to how to defeat them. As far as Bowser goes, just make it a little bit easier. I think Bowser's was a little difficult because you had to actually know exactly when to let go of Bowser's tail, in order for him to hit the bombs, and simply just give the player maybe a little triangular arrow that helps show them where the launch trajectory is going to be. Oh yeah, and there also needs to be some type of invisible barrier from blocking people from dropping baby penguin off the cliff. Like, that's just cruel and mean. April Fools, this dude's gone. They need to tighten up the controls, because right now Mario runs like a ballerina on ice skates with oil on his feet, slipping on bananas. Once again, looking at Mario Odyssey, the game had really tight, precise controls, and wherever you moved Mario, that's exactly where he would go, and he felt really easy to turn directions really quickly without having that weird slide he does in 64 and Sunshine. Now, this was a very old game, and of course, wall jumping wasn't really perfected yet, but they need to fix it because it's very weird in this game. It almost feels like it's wall kicking rather than wall jumping, and there's no wall slide to make sure that you're on the wall and ready to jump off of it, so they just need to add one of those wall slide downs so that you can feel more comfortable bouncing off of walls. Please, for the love of God, fix the wing cap stage. Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how many times as a kid I've been spending time in this stage. When you fall, it warps you outside the castle, but you fall because the mechanics of this stage are terrible. You have to fly from cloud top to cloud top, collecting these red coins, and if you fall at all, it's not only restart the level, it's send you all the way back to the outside of the castle. It's a frustrating method, and I'm telling you, it's a lot harder to control than it might look, and not only do you have to just launch yourself in the clouds, you have to grab poles and grab vines and make sure that you have the perfect trajectory that you don't fall off of clouds, and do all this in time before your wing cap dissipates, and you have to hurry up and make it back to the center cloud to get another wing cap. I'm not going on about this. Please fix it or remove it. Now, kind of hand in hand with the graphics part, yes, it needs good graphics, but it needs more put into the stages. I mean, let's just take Rainbow Ride for instance. You'll ride on this rainbow looking at absolutely no type of background and nothing but floating platforms and blocks everywhere along the stage. It literally looks like some type of obstacle course someone made on Roblox or Minecraft. I mean, they just need to rework it. Give everything a purpose for it to be floating, like maybe put some type of rocket-propelled jets underneath, or some type of propellers, or maybe there's a giant pole coming from the ground. I don't know. Something needs to happen. It just looks so clunked and messy. Like a developer said, here's a design for a level, and they threw it up on a paper. I mean, just give something kind of a connected reason to why it's there, and then I think we'd be good. Now, going back to music for a sec, I have a whole bunch of remakes made by some really cool, talented YouTubers online, and I want to show you some of them as to kind of what the music would sound like. And that's really all I have as far as Super Mario 64 goes. Obviously, I will continue to post videos about the other games that were leaked and rumored and what they need to add. If you guys enjoy this, please let me know how you felt about this. Is there anything else that needs to be changed in Super Mario 64? Let me know in the comments down below. And before we go, feel free to check out the official Nintendo Land Discord, where you can come in and chat with me and the other subscribers about what you would like to see from the channel, talk about music, all types of Nintendo games, and much, much more. For those of you that have recently joined, you too can also have your name appear at the very end of my video. Because why wouldn't you? It's Mario season. It's time to celebrate. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, make sure that you slap a like and subscribe if you guys are new to stay up to date on all things Nintendo. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. There's a lot of crazy things going on around the world. We're going to make it through this. Nintendo fans, we've got this. We're going to continue playing Mario games and celebrating Mario's 35th anniversary no matter what's going on. I just hope and I pray that you guys are all safe out there. And like always, please just wash your hands. It's not that hard, guys.